Hi there everybody. On today's video I have this Lexus CT200h 2013. I'm gonna be changing the rear shock absorber as it's leaking. So we're gonna need to use some a jack and some axle stands. You might need an extra jack, but I'm using a ramp and I'm using this standing jack here. And so basically what I'm doing now is I've removed the rear wheel, and I'm now going to remove this bolt that holds the shock absorber here at the bottom. That's a 17mm, and I'm holding the nut on the other side with another 17mm. So I've got the spanner there, and I've got this socket here, and with the jack, so I pumped it up a little bit to hold this up, because if we just release this, this will jump down, which can be a bit dangerous. So we need to hold it, support it there. And if you're doing it on the floor, I guess you will have to use a jack to support the suspension there. Once that is supported, we can remove that bolt. So I'm gonna use an air gun, but you can use a ratchet. So that nut is there and the bolt is there. Now that should be free to move. So I'm now going to release the pressure on the jack a little bit. Okay, so just needed to release the shock absorber from inside, because it's just a little bit wedged in there on the sides. I can now release the suspension. That should remain like that. So I'm gonna lower the car now, and then we can undo the bolt at the top. Okay, so if you get the boot or hatch open, you will find on the left hand side that little cover, and obviously you'll have another one on the right hand side, but since we're working on the left shock absorber, we're concentrating on this side. And to get that open, you will need an Allen key. This is size 6 and the 17 mil. We need to place the Allen key in the center of the shock absorber and just turn the nut. Just putting a bit of WD-40 or something similar because it's a little bit corroded at the top. Or it kind of looks corroded, but it's also got some Loctite. We look at the this is the new one. This is the new one, and it's got an orange orangey stuff. Okay, so we just need to remove it really. And once you take it out, it's probably going to fall down. Okay, so we got that out now. And we can just get down there and take it out. Just may have to just push it up a little bit. It might be a little bit tight because it's obviously a shock absorber. Okay. Now we can remove this dust cover. And I have here the new shock absorber. Just have to get it out of the packaging there. Okay, so we can just feed it through the old dust cover here till that comes out. And now I'm going to feed it into the hole, and again we might just have to push it in, so you can just place this bit inside of the lower arm suspension. Like so. Okay, so while I do that, you will just be able to see the thread coming out of there. Okay, so now we can start tightening that. So that is nice and tight, and I put that cover back on, and now we can concentrate on the underneath again. Okay, got the car back up in the ramp, and this is our shock absorber here. We can we need to accommodate it into this hole here. So we might just need to pull it down a bit, or even well, it's getting there. Just need to pull it down. So it is slowly going down into the correct place. Okay, it's coming down slowly. I did apply a little bit of lubricant in there. Okay, I can now see a little bit of the shock there. And once we have a little bit, we can pull it down with a flat-ended screwdriver. Okay, so that's gone in quite nicely. And I got the nut all the way in on the other side. Now I'm just gonna hold it. And that's it. Now it seems to me that you might not actually need the jack, but in the past, I mean, I've always had to use a jack to support the spring for releasing the shock absorber. But I noticed that in this case, I mean, I haven't done one of these before. It seems to be a little bit easier in some ways. Because as I released the shock absorber and I released this jack, this arm only went down to a certain point. A certain point from which I could possibly have removed the shock absorber anyway without the jack. Anyway, I always like to play it safe when it comes to springs and suspension. So that's it for now. So now I'm gonna put the wheel back, and well, hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.